Hello, my name's Kathleen and this is My Alabama Farm Life, and this is a remixed video taken from two videos that were recorded September 1st and 4th of 2020. I hope you enjoy. Good morning. Today we're going to get started on fall planting. Today I'm going to plant some pumpkins, some melons, some cucumbers, and some watermelons and see if we can get them to ripen before it gets too cold. Okay, so the planting process, it's pretty simple. I have a hole, I have a little fertilizer. I'm going to put about not even a quarter of a cup, but 13, 13, 13. I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then I'm going to plant my pepper. Just like that. And then I'm going to give it a little drink of water. And that's it. That's how we plant. I got 10 hens and I got 9 eggs today. Hey big boy. Hey big boy, aren't you pretty? What's up, big boy? Why are you following me around? I don't have anything. It's not dinner time yet. Oh goodness, sorry for the red sweaty face, but it's been really hot outside today. I decided to stop what I was doing since I was doing some chicken videos and tell you my first chicken story. We're gonna call it the first chicken processing story. And this was several years ago. I had a small flock of hens in my backyard in South Florida. Well, it was hunting season and we ended up having a rooster, and my husband promised me that before he left that he would take care of this rooster who was starting to crow. Can't have roosters make too much noise in our little neighborhood. It's not gonna happen. So he left, and the next morning I woke up to this little rooster trying to crow. Yeah, we just can't have that. So I sat down on my computer and I started to do research on how I could dispatch this little rooster as humanely as possible. And I discovered that you can put small animals in the freezer and they would die. They would freeze to death and die. So I'm thinking this is the most humane way that I could get rid of this chicken, because I just could not go out there and wring its neck. I just couldn't do it. So I was working midnight shift. So before I left for work, I got this little rooster and I turned him upside down and he went to sleep, and I wrapped him up tightly in 2 little bags and I stuck him in our deep freezer, knowing that in the morning I would come home, the deed would be done, and I could just, that would be the end of it. It'd be done. So I go to work, I come home. The first thing I do is I go out to go get the chicken, or the rooster. I need to do this as quickly as possible and just be done with it. So I go in there, I open the door, and the rooster is standing up in my freezer. He's still in the bags, but he's standing up and he's shivering. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what have I done? So I pull him out real quick. I check him over. He doesn't seem to be too badly injured. He had a little frostbite on his comb. I put him back outside, and I didn't hear a peep out of him until well after my husband had come home from his hunting trip. However, my mistake is that after this happened, I called my husband, and of course he's with his buddy, and I tell him this over the phone, and he has it on speakerphone. And they're laughing at me hysterically, which it is a funny story. I was totally embarrassed because, you know, I tried to do this, it didn't work. History of my life. But anyway, my husband and his buddy got more mileage out of that story. I mean, if my husband was still alive, he'd still be telling that story to whoever would listen to it. But that was my first fail at trying to dispatch a chicken, and this is the first story of 3. So I'll probably tell the second story in another video. So you're just gonna have to come back and hear the stories of my chicken adventures. Go get him, Justice. Go get him, Justice. Go make those chickens go back to the backyard. Go get him. Make them go to the backyard. Justice. Justice, you're supposed to be a farm dog. Justice, that's not chickens. There's no chickens down there. The chickens are over here. Justice, go get the chickens. Yeah, she's a chipmunk dog. Go get those chickens. Don't. No. Chickens! That man just saved me hours of weed eating. Today is a good day. Get it, boys, get it. Awesome. He's coming back and getting a whole ditch. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you, fellas. That's just wonderful. I am very thankful for the guys in the John Deeres today. I don't know if they were the DOC for Alabama or for Tuscaloosa, but this usually takes me hours of work. Today, with a weed eater, it took me about 30 minutes. This is just awesome. Really thankful. Doesn't look like the deer touched them last night. I got 8 eggs so far today. Let's go see if there's any in the wheelbarrow. Ah, yes, 1. So, again, 9 eggs today. What's up, gentlemen, ladies? I kid you not. He follows me everywhere. Come on, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Maybe they just want food. Rooster competition. This happens all day, every day. When I do my weed whacking, I prefer to use the ReWind 40-volt battery-powered weed eater. I have a weed eater, I have a metal blade, I also have the 40-volt electric chainsaw. I just prefer this model. It's not an advertisement, I just prefer ReWind. I also want to address the fact that with battery-powered, I can put in the battery, fully charged, press the button, and it works. As far as gas powered goes, I'm sure they're a lot easier to use nowadays than what they used to. I just know that when I used to use them when I was much younger, there was always an issue. They were dirty, and I just prefer these battery powered weed eaters now. So I have stuck with them for years and I plan on keeping it that way. Today was a really busy day. I got a lot accomplished today. Even after we were interrupted with the tractor, I still managed to get the rest of my weed eating done. So the mowing, the weed eating, it took me 4 days, but I managed to get it all done. I know in a previous video, actually my first video, I said that I wanted to be able to show women my age and even younger that they can work on their farm, homestead, or around their house, and do a lot of the things themselves. But I mean, I used to work an office job. I worked an office job for 26 years. I sat on my butt for 12 to 16 hours a day. I have been mowing and weed eating for over a year. It has taken me a while to build up the stamina to be able to do the things that I do now. It didn't just happen overnight. It just didn't pick up a weed eater, walk outside and start weed eating and work in the heat. It doesn't work that way. You have to build up to it. You have to go slow. I mean, if you have somebody that's doing your yard work and doing all your weed eating, that's great. Concentrate on gardening. That's what I did when I lived in South Florida. We had a great yard guy. He did a lot of the cleaning. I didn't have to worry about it. So I concentrated on growing things. So just remember, I didn't just start doing this yesterday. I've been doing this for over a year. And I start early in the mornings when it's a little bit cooler, and I work myself up. I just don't go out in the middle of the day in the heat. I start early. I acclimate my body to the temperature as it gets hotter. I can tolerate it better. One of the things that I have noticed though is that once the temperature reaches 92, I'm done. That's it. I can't stand it anymore. I have to stop what I'm doing and I have to go outside or go inside and wait for it to start to cool down again. Or if it's breezy, which it usually isn't, I'll find a shady place to work because there's a lot of shade and there's a lot of work. But do what you can tolerate. Don't try to take on too much early on. Go slow. Do something every day, even if it's just a little thing. I need to go back to our tractor story. I was trying to get my weed eating done. My cousin-in-law showed up with a tractor. He's been working on the northwest field. It hasn't been mowed in 2 years. Full of brambles, bushes, some small trees. He's really been working hard trying to get that cleaned up. Well, the tire started hitting the bush hog again, and of course that's incredibly upsetting, annoying, and if you're not used to it, it's scary. Not too long after my cousin-in-law brought back the tractor, our tractor expert showed up and he took the brush hog off, readjusted it, got it reattached, we got the sway bars down even tighter, and now I believe that we have it fixed and it's not going to hit those tires anymore. It's actually a little bit further away from the tire, further away from the tractor, so I'm hoping we have that fixed. Well, now that the tractor's fixed, I got all my mowing, all my weed eating done, you'd think I'd take a break, and I probably will have to because we do have some rain coming. I want to thank everybody for showing up and watching my vlog. It means the world to me. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to keep plugging at it. I've decided to release videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, and if I get any mini footage, I'll show that in between. Everybody have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Again, if you like the videos, subscribe hit the bell if you want notifications. And again, thank you for watching.